Happy Tuesday, it's October 21st, 2025, and you're tuned in to CoeCast. If my voice sounds extra crispy today, it's because this entire episode was generated with AI. We're road testing Microsoft Vibe Voice 7B, so if I suddenly sound like I'm broadcasting from a submarine, that's research. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. If Vibe Voice makes me sound like I had 3 cold brews, it's because I did. Kidding, mostly. Okay, today's headline is spicy, for anyone drowning in PDFs. DeepSeek-OCR dropped an open model that flips the usual doc pipeline on its head.
Yeah, the move is compress the pixels first, argue about tokens later. Instead of tokenizing text early, DeepSeek-OCR encodes the page as an image, compresses that visual context, then decodes the text and structure. The team claims up to 10 times compression and around 97% reconstruction accuracy on long documents. Code and weights are live, MIT license, with a Hugging Face path.
Translation for my creator crew: your janky scans, multi-column decks, weird tables, stamps, signatures, way less drama. It's not just read the words, it's understand the layout. And it's open. That last part matters for anyone dealing with sensitive docs.
What's actually new for automation? This changes cost and latency math for long, messy documents. If you've been slicing a 100-page report into sad little chunks to dodge context limits, this is a reset. Fewer tokens means cheaper downstream summarization or Q&A, and the structure fidelity makes your retrieval pipelines behave.
Hold up, who's this for? Solo YouTubers or enterprise ops? Because OCR can sound boring until your sponsor sends a 50-page brand guidelines PDF and you need it searchable yesterday.
Both, honestly. For solo creators and small teams, PDF to Markdown or JSON so you can search your archive, pull quotes with citations, and build briefs faster. For marketing and ops, contracts intake, policy updates, compliance docs, research reports, it's plug-and-play enough that non-engineers can hit it via N8N or Make with an HTTP node, but technical teams can self-host in a VPC and wire it into CRMs, DAMs, or a data warehouse.
Use cases I'm hyped on: table extraction to CSV, then into your BI or your Notion KPI tracker. Video frame overlays, lower thirds, slide titles, sample frames, batch OCR, reconcile. It's partial for video, but you can orchestrate. And my favorite, pair it with a text model for summaries that link back to page sections. Less the table says hallucination, more receipts.
On workflow impact, this replaces a couple tools in the stack, your legacy OCR service plus your layout parser, and it slashes the token bill for any LLM step after. It's more than a quality-of-life upgrade if long documents are core to the business. You're saving real budget and time per page.
Pricing talk without sounding like a press release. Open weights under MIT means the software is free, but you pay infra. The value story is compression. If you can make 100 pages feel like 10, the downstream summarizer is suddenly cheap and fast. Just treat the 10 times and 97% as directional until you test your own weird PDFs. Your accountant's nested tables are not a benchmark.
Availability and access. You can use it today, self-host from GitHub, or deploy via Hugging Face inference if you want a managed endpoint. There's no first-party SaaS with SLAs yet, so ops is on you if you're going the private route. That's a plus for privacy-heavy teams, though.
Quick what's been happening in AI this week detour, because this drop fits a bigger pattern. We just covered Baidu's PaddleOCR-VL on the Coe blog last week. Tiny model, just under 1 billion parameters, very document first, and it topped OmniDoc Bench. The vibe right now: specialists are winning doc work. Generalist vision models are great, but for structure-heavy PDFs, these lean, focused models are eating their lunch, especially when you can host them yourself.
And the architectural theme keeps repeating. Mixture of experts, decoders for subtasks, printed text, handwriting, layout, plus smarter visual encoders. DeepSeek's compress visuals first is a simple but meaningful twist. It's less about raw intelligence and more about respecting the medium. A document is a layout, not just text.
Okay, stack nerd time with guardrails. If you're wiring this into automation, confidence gating, don't auto-ship fields below a threshold. Route low-confidence spans to a review queue. Schema validation. Totals must equal line items plus tax. Dates must make sense. Flags save you from silent failures. Audit trails. Log model version, settings, page images, outputs, and human edits. Your compliance team will actually smile. Maybe.
Implementation playbook you can do this week. Start narrow. Pick NDAs or invoices, define the JSON schema, and get buy-in on what correct looks like. Wrap a private endpoint, containerize DeepSeek-OCR, expose a simple REST route. Orchestrate. S3 or email intake triggers in N8N, HTTP node to the OCR, parse JSON, push to CRM or warehouse. Slack the reviewer if confidence dips. Measure. Track latency, accuracy, and manual correction rate. If corrections drop over 2 weeks, expand to the next doc type.
Who should feel nervous? Anyone charging you per page for basic OCR with meh layout. Also, folks leaning on generalist multimodal models just to parse PDFs. This slices your token burn dramatically. And yeah, the enterprise SaaS crowd that keeps your data in their black box open hostable alternatives are coming for that spend.
Limits to keep in mind. Dense nested tables can still wobble, colored highlights and tiny fonts can trip parsers, and handwriting varies wildly. The mixture of experts helps, but keep a human in the loop for critical fields. Also, for video, there's no native temporal tracking, so you'll reconcile across frames yourself.
For creators, here's a very practical flow. You host a webinar with slides. You sample frames every couple seconds, run DeepSeek-OCR on slide titles and on-screen text, pair it with the audio transcript, and auto-build time-coded recaps and chapter markers. Then you generate shorts with accurate captions, and drop structured highlights into your CMS. That is scale human creativity in real life.
And for marketing ops, batch digitize legacy research, archive to Markdown with preserved structure, then index it. Your AI assistant stops guessing column headers and starts citing the right table on the right page. Better grounding, fewer hallucinations when your sales team asks, what did that industry report actually say?
Meme time, because we're still people. When your 200-page PDF becomes like 20 tokens, bestie me to my GPU, we ride at dawn. Sorry, not sorry.
Competitive context. DeepSeek-OCR versus PaddleOCR-VL. Paddle is compact and multilingual with strong layout chops. DeepSeek pushes visual-first compression hard to tackle token bloat. Both are open, both are aimed at structured output. The real decision is your corpus. If you're heavy on long, layout-rich English docs and you care about downstream token costs, DeepSeek's design is appealing. If you need broad language coverage on lighter infra, the Baidu route is compelling.
Last thing on readiness. This is automation-friendly today, but it's not a turnkey SaaS. If you want click-button, instant SLA, you'll either use a managed host like Hugging Face or keep your current vendor. But if control, privacy, and cost matter, the open path is very doable.
Bottom line. Compressing visuals before decoding structure is a real shift. If it holds on your workload, you get longer docs in a single pass, cheaper runs, cleaner structure, and fewer downstream headaches. That's the trifecta for creators, marketers, and ops teams trying to scale without adding headcount.
Koiwan says told Hakalas no associate. Berksa Chikinadlik socialization with them. A kuchil. Alright, that's the show. If you want the deeper breakdowns, hit koi.com/resources for AI news and updates. And subscribe so Vibe Voice doesn't feel like it embarrassed itself for nothing.
Thanks for hanging with us on KoiCast. I'm Hunter.
I'm Riley. Catch you next time.